Welcome to Protagonist Pub. My name is Tammy, and this is where characters gather. Well, it's Monday morning. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, I'm so glad you guys come back and listen to me ramble on about books. I enjoy the interaction and comments. I'm deeply appreciative of each and every one of you. And I just, wanted to say thank you this morning. So, thank you. Last week was it wasn't a bad reading week. It wasn't a great reading week. So I do have one DNF that is Love of a Lifetime by Mandi Blake. This is the second book in the Blackwater Ranch series. I really enjoyed the first one, which was Love in a Storm. This one, it wasn't that I wasn't enjoying it. It was that I just didn't care. So our love interests are Olivia and Dawson. You meet them both in the first book. This book sets up a love triangle. And Olivia sets up, Dawson with her best friend, Anna. Anna's had a crush on Dawson forever. Olivia loves Dawson, but she thinks she doesn't deserve him. And I just didn't care. It spent way too much time focusing on, I stopped at like 55%, which is, as you know, well past my normal DNF point. Once again, somebody lands in the hospital from an injury doing their job as a police officer. So 2 books, 2 cops in the hospital. Olivia is this bubbly personality, but she doesn't actually let anyone in to know her, so it's all a superficial bubbliness. And Dawson has loved her forever, and he can't figure out why she doesn't love him back, and just, talk to people. Will I pick it up someday and finish it? Possibly. Maybe not. At the end, I didn't care. And I couldn't bring myself to finish it. So, it was DNF. That's, it could have been my mood too. So, who knows? Okay, so what did I finish this week? I finished Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I listened to the audio. It is available on Audible Plus until the 31st of May. This is his debut novel. It is in the Cosmere. And the audio is 28 hours long. I listened to it while doing other things. Eventually, I did speed it up and be very impressed here to double speed. The narrator is very slow speaking, and even I could listen at double speed, and I think this is the first book I have ever listened to at double speed. So even at double speed, it's a 14-hour book if you listen to it completely on double speed, and I did not. And this is a very intricate political love story. Our heroine is Serene, and she engages in a political betrothal to help her father's kingdom, and because no one else is willing to marry her, she thinks this is her only chance, and she arrives in the new kingdom to go through with the wedding ceremony, only to discover that her fiance, Reardon, has died the day before, and he's they're holding a ceremony, and she discovers something she missed in the betrothal contract, that should either of them die prior to being wed, they can never remarry. So she's stuck in this new kingdom. She has no friends. She has some family there. And things begin to develop. And what follows is a very Sanderson-like, intricate political romance. And she actually does love Reardon. They communicated before the contract and stuff. And he's still alive. And I don't want to spoil anything, but it is very much a Sanderson novel. It does not flow as easily as, let's say, Stormlight novels do. But the magic system is, again, unique. It is a typical Sanderson novel. It is just early in the Sanderson novel experience, and that kind of shows, but that doesn't detract from the overall novel in any sense. I highly recommend it. I will probably at some point reread it in physical format, but I am not sorry I listened to it first. It was thoroughly enjoyable, and I thoroughly, easily recommend listening to the audio. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. So, and listening to that took most of my week. I did not do a lot. Yeah, I didn't pick up a physical book this week, which is very weird for me. Okay, I read one other book this week. That would be Romancing the Grump by Jenny Proctor. It is the second book in the Appy series, which she co-writes with Emma St. Clair. And you just watch the names of the protagonists fly out of my head. He's the Grump. Female is Summer. And the man is Nathan. Summer and Nathan. You meet Summer in How to Kiss a Movie Star, which is the fourth book in the Hawthorne Brothers series, also by Jenny. And she is the sister of the protagonist in How to Kiss a Movie Star. So Summer leaves her DA job and goes to work for the Appy's hockey team. Nathan is the star of the team, and he is determined that, based on his personal life experience with his deceased NHL father, that hockey and romance don't mix. Summer cannot, she's immediately aware that she's attracted to him, even though she's trying not to be. They end up in a fake dating situation. And I think I'm tired of the fake dating thing, which is not a reflection on the book. I just think personally I'm tired of the fake dating thing. What I did realize reading this book, which I thoroughly enjoyed, by the way, is that rom-coms are having characters with immense depth, especially in comparison to some of the other books I have read in recent months where the characters have been very surface level and they haven't had a lot of, personal backstory that's revealed to the reader, comes out in in the prose itself. However, I have read 3 rom-coms in the last 2 weeks, and each of those rom-coms have had characters with amazing depth. Nathan has a depth of character that was just impressive. Sharon Peterson has Allie and Theo, and both. There is a depth of character, in particular for Theo, that was impressive, and Allie, just all of Sharon's characters had backstory to them. And in Emma's Happy Romance, which was right here, again, both characters, there was just depth, and I'm loving that depth, and I'm really missing it in books in which there are hints of character depth, but they're never explored, and they're never explained, and they're never anything more than, ooh, here's a hint of this, and then we're going to surface skim it, and we're never going to really discuss it. I'm just tired of that. Just give me character analysis. Give me some depth. Give me some meat on the bone of the book. So that was my reading week. I don't know what I'm going to read this week. I really don't. I started The Two Towers this morning. In a perfect world, I will get through The Two Towers and Return of the King this week. I'm listening to them. I may pick up the book. I realized something over the weekend, that in the last couple of months, I have been way too focused on beating Dave, and now that I have given myself the grace to, quote unquote, lose to him and just read through the end of the year, my brain is just like, read what you want to read, because you are not really enjoying anything right now. And that has been very evident. I have been really scatterbrained on choosing books, and my May list looks nothing like the pile of possibilities. At the end of the month, it is not going to be reflective of that in the slightest, which is fine. I'm not upset about that. I'm not. So, yeah. So, book club poll choice is out. It is on my community tab on YouTube. So if you haven't voted yet, please go vote for the June book choice. Announcement video will come out Saturday of this week. Hopefully more of you join Discord and join us in discussing the book. I realized I only published 1 video last week. I had 0 creative juices last week. I was a little burned out on social media. I was a little burned out on videos. So I gave myself grace to stop. So there will be 2 videos this week in addition to book club announcement. So you have that to look forward to. Editing, Tammy. I forgot. I am behind on videos. I'm not ignoring anybody. I will catch up on videos this week. Sometimes it happens, and it happened to me last week. So I will catch up on videos, I promise. And next Monday is Memorial Day. I do not know if Dave is working. His industry works on holidays because not everybody is lucky enough to get them off. But I think he's taking it off. So regardless, he'll be working from home that whole week. So no big deal. So if you have Memorial Day off, enjoy yourself, be safe, read a good book, relax, get some sun, hang out with the family and the friends, and remember all those who made the holiday possible, and, say a prayer for them. And hopefully your reading is going better than mine. Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you here next time at the Protagonist Pub.